There was a time when airports in major international cities weren't more attractive than your average industrial warehouse. Fortunately, that particularly unattractive era in aviation history is becoming a blurred memory as cities are tapping renowned architects and making investments in the billions to transform their busiest terminals into fully functional works of art. First is the Marrakesh Menara Airport Terminal 1, Marrakesh, Morocco. Here, traditional Islamic design meets sleek, ultra-modern architecture. You find Terminal 1, a beautiful study in the confluence of cultures and artistic sensibilities. Architects at the Casablanca-based firm of E2A Architecture probably stole a page from the playbook of many runway designers when it softened the edge of the building's starkly geometric exterior structure by layering it with delicate-looking arabesque screens. The sun shining through the scrolling patterns creates a beautiful play of light and shadow throughout the terminal. Next is the Incheon International Airport in South Korea. Conceived by renowned airport architect Curtis Fentress, Incheon publicly spotlights the best of traditional Korean design, while still emerging as a futuristic model of efficiency. The building concept is taken from the ancient landmarks and traditional religious buildings of Korea. Thus, the roofline of the resorting terminal mimics that of a Korean temple, and throughout the building you find precious artifacts that date back thousands of years. From traditional architecture to Barajas Airport, Terminal 4, Madrid, Spain. This sweeping space, which was designed by Antonio Lamela and Richard Rogers and opened in 2006, was built to provide the 50 million passengers who pass through it each year with an airy, stress-free zone through which to begin or end their journeys. This worry-free effect is achieved with glass-paneled walls that allow in plenty of light. A gently undulating roofline constructed from long beams of pale bamboo and candy-colored pylons that graduate through the rainbow, red to purple, as you walk along the half-mile terminal. And finally, King Abdulaziz International Airport Jeddah Hajj Terminal in Saudi Arabia. Unlike the rest of the terminals featured here, the one at Jeddah is only in operation during Hajj, the annual Muslim pilgrimage to Mecca that takes place in the last month of their year. This temporary open-air terminal is covered with 2010 white fiberglass tents that help cool the desert air by as much as 50 degrees without air conditioning.
Before we go, we bring you up to speed with news about the missing Malaysian flight MH370, where a large piece of floating debris has been spotted in the remote Indian Ocean search zone. Chinese satellites picked up signs of a suspicious object measuring 72 feet by 42 feet in an area 75 miles west of where Australia reported an earlier sighting of floating debris.
The news that I just received is that the Chinese ambassador received satellite image of floating objects in the southern corridor, and they will be sending ships to verify.
While the search is on, for families of the passengers who gathered at a press conference in Beijing, the process has proved to be an emotionally wrenching battle to elicit information. The frustration spilled over again into an angry backlash against Malaysian officials.
We are here waiting for you 14 days. We want to know what happened, what the reality is. We're not here only to listen to you. We want to ask you.
The Malaysian officials left the briefing without answering any question. The angry relatives believe the Malaysian government is covering up information about the fate of the ill-fated plane and its 239 passengers and crew. This is where our flight terminates on the program. Please do reach us at aviationthisweek@channelstv.com. Remember, in the aviation industry, the most crucial task is to keep the planes flying safely. I'm Bukola Jo Oketumbi. Next week is another day.